Good morning. This is Chai Chats. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the hand warmers I made. I was going to make them long ways, but then I decided I liked the short little ones because now they don't get bunched up under my sleeves. I hope you can't see the copious amounts of pet hair that's on the sweatshirt right now. Okay. Take a deep breath. This one might feel a little heavy because it felt heavy to write, but I did feel much lighter after. There are content warnings for this. I do briefly go over eating disorders and bullying, which is really hard of me to say. This is terrifying. Let's get into it. Today's prompt is, when did I start seeing my body as something to fix instead of something to care for? I grew up surrounded by the early 2000s diet culture, and it left me with a very poor relationship with food and eating. I started seeing my body as something to fix when I was 9 years old. I remembered the day that this shift happened. I was at the Old Country Buffet with family, and at one point a comment was made about how my belly was sticking out. And that made me really sad because I thought and felt really good. I was wearing my favorite Tinkerbell shirt. It was gray with Tinkerbell outlined in rainbow colors. And I had never seen an issue with the way my body looked until then. I have been sucking it in ever since. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little uncomfortable. But that's okay. This is fine. This is gonna be good. Throughout my developmental years, adults and kids my age alike made comments about my body. Whether it was about how my legs looked when I walked, or how it was a tight piece of clothing fitting me, or how I filled out my clothes too much. I was 13 when I started restricting. And by the time I was 14, I was around 100 pounds. And one way that diet culture has hurt us is the glorification of weight loss. It became such a glamorous thing at that time, and it still is. But no one seemed to think that the 14-year-old that had just lost 20 pounds, nobody thought that that wasn't okay. I was told, I'm proud of you. Good for you. You look great. But that's because they couldn't see what was actually going on. I remember one day in 9th grade at lunch, I only had one friend to sit with because the lunch periods were sorted out based on when you had gym. And when you had gym was based off of your morning class. And I was one of 2 kids that was in band and choir, so I was in a completely different gym class than all of my friends. So luckily, I had one friend in lunch. But I was in line. I was going to get 3 granola bars because that was what I was allowing myself to eat for the day. And a boy behind me in line made a comment about how much food I was getting, and then called me a fatty. And sadly, I don't think I will ever forget that. When I got to college, things got a little better, sort of. I wasn't restricting as harshly, and I had shifted a lot of that energy into the gym. And for 2 years, I went to the gym every day, sometimes twice a day. And I was beginning to approve of my body. I was beginning to like the way it looked. I was beginning to see results from how hard I was hitting the gym. Until it turned into me having to earn my meals. And it turned into, if I didn't work hard enough at the gym, I wasn't allowed to eat. So by fixing one problem, I created another. And I was so caught up in trying to fix the way my body looked that I was in denial of the damage I was actually doing. I was treating my body like an object when I should have been treating it like it was my home. And I do want to say I'm sorry to me and to this body. I truly want to apologize for the way I have treated and spoken to this body in the past. Because now I know differently. I know that this body deserves kindness and to be cared for like the home it is. Something that has really helped me be kinder to my body is an idea that was given to me by my partner. I was having a really rough eating day, and I was so hungry, and I just could not get myself to eat. And my partner said, what if we traded places for a week? Like, what if we swapped bodies for a week? How would you take care of my body? To which obviously I was like, I would love and cherish and take care of your body. I would make sure you are well fed and well rested. I would do everything I can to make sure that at the end of that week, when we swap back, that your body is in a better place than it was when you gave it to me. So why can't I do that for myself? Well, now I can. It's getting easier. Because I know that's a wild ask of me, to be kind to yourself. I know it's easier said than done. Now, I have come to accept that my body is not broken and needing fixed. My body is not a problem to be solved. It is a garden to tend to and a home to care for. Because after everything, my body has gotten me to where I am today. And at the end of the day, this body is a person to love. Some ways I now care for this body is by listening to it and honoring it. What does it need? Because your body will tell you what it needs if you listen close enough. Is it food? Is it water? Is it rest? Is it movement? A lot of times when we're, crashing out and we're checking off the boxes, yes, I've eaten. Yes, I've drank water. Yes, I've slept. Yes, I've taken my meds. Movement is the unexpected answer. Another way I honor this body is by decorating it how I feel it is meant to be. I saw recently on the internet someone saying turning 30 is just becoming yourself at 15 again, but loving her this time. And honestly, I think that's an excellent way to look at it. I love that. And it's kind of true. It's kind of true. I think 15-year-old me would think I'm cool as fuck. And I love that. And that keeps me going a lot of the times. And lastly, a way I take care of this body as a home is I speak to it with kindness, and I speak about it with kindness, which I know is a lot easier said than done. But let's take a moment to be real here, okay? This isn't all the time. It doesn't come naturally yet. And I absolutely catch myself being unkind to this body. So what do I do when I catch that? If my partner's around, I have to say 2 nice things about myself anytime for every one thing I say that is unkind. If they're not around to catch me and make me do my affirmations, I just stop. I apologize, and I move forward with kindness. So what is one thing that you can do today to show kindness to your body? If your body was your dream home, not your dream body, if your body was your dream home, how would you care for it? How would you decorate it? I would love to know. So sip on it. I know this one was a little heavy, but wow, do I feel lighter. That's crazy. Thank you for being here and for sharing this space with me. I'll see you soon. Okay, love you, bye.